What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video on the Mr. Investor channel. Um, we got some news for you guys today. Some VeChain news, some good news here, some more carbon news. So it's going to be exciting to tell you guys all about that. But let's just dive into CoinGecko here and see what's going on in the current market. Market cap is just under $1.8 trillion. We have seen an uptick there. Things are on the rise again after trading sideways for about 2 weeks or so. Bitcoin over 38,000, Ethereum at the 2,800 mark, XRP is at $1, Chainlink over $31 again, and VeChain is now over the 13-cent mark. The dip a couple weeks ago, I think we got down to 7 cents. We've almost doubled the price there at 13.6. Nice to see. Heading over to VeChain Stats. Um, X nodes, they keep dropping. We are officially under 3,000 X nodes. So that's all that's left is 3,000. And as time goes on, there's going to be fewer and fewer. So I think by the end of the year we'll probably have less than 2,000 at this rate, but we'll see what happens. So if you have the opportunity to snag when you believe in the project, definitely snag one of those. The VTHO burn today, 44,000 clauses, nice, 114,000. We've seen triple digits or six-figure digits, I should say, in the last week or so. So that's good to see. Xnode auctions have gone up. I was looking at these Strength X and Thunder X's. Look how cheap that was. 5,000, 8,000, 9,000. They've really gone up now. Check out the last X Node events here. It's the Strength X's and the VThor X's that are being burned. There's the most of the 3,000 are those two nodes right there, but they keep getting destroyed, so they're going to go down in value as it keeps going on and on. So let's dive into some VeChain news. This is an article from abcmoney.co.uk, and it's just touching on how VeChain technology is revolutionizing the supply chain sector. It's a pretty cool article to read, but the thing that I liked the most of this was that in the Internet of Things and Distributed Ledger Technologies section, it's safe to say that VeChain has the most advanced tracking system in the history of blockchain technology. VeChain is the pioneer of the adoption of DLT and IoT technologies. VeChain tech was built from the bottom to the top with the Internet of Things in view. The Internet of Things comprises all the billion networks of smart devices in use worldwide. They are regarded as smart because they have techs that make communications easy and possible with sensors moving data from one user to another. So this is pretty cool. I think I mentioned here in this article. Any kind of press news for VeChain is good in general. But to a Medium article they posted here, VeChain together with DMV enables Renji Hospital to launch the world's first blockchain-based IVF service app called MyBaby. In partnership with VeChain and DMV, Renji Hospital, a top-ranking hospital in China affiliated with the Shanghai Jiaotong University School of Medicine, has announced the launch of smart medical care project MyBaby, the world's first blockchain-based in vitro fertilization service application. And then it goes on to say that the IVF process is a very emotional and stressful journey for many women and families in the world. But with MyBaby improving the IVF process, from data management to providing families with the ability to clearly see the development of their baby, we believe that MyBaby can play a key role in easing anxiety, depression, and stress associated with the IVF cycle, lifting the confidence and providing emotional support to tens of thousands and more women and families during this challenging stage in their life. So this is awesome to see that VeChain is also getting very involved with the healthcare sector. I believe that there's a huge market for that, and it even says here that according to research and markets, China's IVF market is expected to exceed 2.8 billion by 2025. We also saw them come out with I believe it was the smart tumor um, application where they can monitor all that stuff with the Renji Hospital. So Renji Hospital and VeChain have some deep ties here. They've been involved in a few projects here. But going back to the article, the launch of MyBaby demonstrates that the Assisted Reproductive Service Center of Renji Hospital is committed to being the most advanced and high quality IVF provider in Asia and helping develop this growing industry in a safe and compliant manner. The center currently treats about 400,000 outpatients each year, and with this first step towards embracing blockchain innovation, the center can enhance transparency and data security for all parties. The delivered outcome is greater trust in data, enhanced healthcare provider decision making, providing greater data security for all parties, and most importantly, lessening the emotional and physical burden of women and families involved. On June 2nd, the MyBaby launch ceremony was jointly hosted by the Center for Reproductive Medicine of Renji Hospital and the Shanghai Quality Control Center for Assisted Reproductive Technology. By combining the professional assurance services of DMV with VeChain's advanced blockchain technology, MyBaby enables the verification of key steps of IVF and provides private, exclusive, end-to-end data access for prospective parents undergoing treatment. So we see that VeChain is heavily involved in the healthcare sector now. They have this food traceability program with Walmart China and Sam's Club in China. They have the the partnership with, I think it's called Bright Foods in Australia, in which they did the beef thing in Europe with France and President Xi Jinping and Macron. So VeChain's roots are really expanding here into different industries, and not to mention this whole carbon thing, which we're going to touch on in a second here. But this was on Twitter here, something crazy. This is from the VeChain, I think POA 2.0 testnet. This is what was going on: 1,394 clauses per second, which is pretty wild. Um, and then you can also see the data of the VeChain of Proof of Authority 2.0 on this website here. I'll post that link in the description here. So if you wanted to follow what's going on with activity on the test net, you're able to see all of that stuff, which is pretty cool. But I do want to get into the carbon stuff now. So this is an article that came out a couple days ago saying carbon trading program may give China pricing power. Again, there's this huge thing going on with carbon and China trying to become carbon neutral, and they're trying to peak in the next 5 years and become completely carbon neutral by 2060. And the way it's sounding, as I've said in my last few videos and on Twitter, that this carbon trading platform is going to be, I think, is going to be used through VeChain. And we'll read this article. With China's national level carbon trading program ready to start by the end of June, domestic and foreign experts put high hopes on China's role in achieving carbon neutrality worldwide. China is also expected to gain strong pricing power, given its unprecedented efforts to cut carbon emissions, experts said on Sunday. Carbon could become a new currency, with China creating the terms, the standards, and the pricing. Now, I found that quote to be pretty interesting, and this is from Deborah, I think, Lair, Vice Chairman and Executive Director of Paulson Institute at the International Finance Forum of Spring 2021. China will be at the heart of the climate business boom, not only because the scale of its emissions creates opportunity, but also because it's becoming a leader in innovative green finance as well as green technology. Goldman Sachs has estimated that there is a $16 trillion opportunity for clean technology infrastructure investments in China's potential path to net zero by 2060. This could create up to 40 million jobs and drive economic growth. I will post that Goldman Sachs paper that they wrote about all of this in the description. I recommend you guys take a look at that. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of graphics and a lot of visuals here, and it breaks down exactly like what they plan for China to do to achieve carbon neutrality, what the best or the industries that are going to be affected, and what industries are going to be producing the most, what they call GHG, which is greenhouse gases. So I will post that in the description. China has started to open further to foreign firms in environmental goods and services, and the launch of China's carbon exchange will also create new opportunities. The country's national level carbon emissions trading system will be launched by the end of June as scheduled. The volume of carbon emissions covered by the trading market will hit more than 4 billion tons, making it the world's largest carbon emissions trading market. So they're saying that carbon could become a currency, and the volume of carbon emissions from this specific market is going to make it the world's largest carbon emissions trading market that could all be powered through VeChain and traded on the VeChain platform. And we're valued at 13 cents. 13 cents. It's so undervalued. It's crazy. I truly believe it's going to a dollar. Not financial advice, but I think it's going to a dollar. I'm not going to say this guy's name, but a professor at the Shanghai University of Finance and Economics told the Global Times on Sunday that if China has carbon emissions pricing power, it will better accommodate domestic economic development while also contributing to its ambitious goal of net zero emissions by 2060. In order to enhance its pricing power, China must do more to encourage domestic enterprises to cut carbon emissions so as to increase the country's share in global carbon emissions trading. Meanwhile, China should open up the carbon emissions trading system to oversee institutions and connect the international and domestic markets through carbon emissions derivatives. Now, if we remember from December of 2019, an article came out saying that VeChain was the co-founder of the Belt and Road Blockchain Alliance. And if you've looked into the Belt and Road Initiative at all, you can see that its ties are through Asia and a little bit of Europe. If they're saying they should open up the carbon emissions trading system to oversee institutions and connect international domestic markets, my thought process is that it's going to tie into the Belt and Road Initiative, in which all of those countries and all these companies that are based in there that are going to be cooperating underneath this initiative, they'll all be using this trading platform, which is huge. Domestic financial institutions will come up with new businesses such as carbon emissions quota repurchases and financial derivatives in the carbon trade market, while releasing a national carbon market price index at an appropriate time. This is bullish. I don't know what else to say. This has me super excited. We're gonna keep paying attention to this because I think it's super interesting. But just a couple last things in this video before we end it all. Um, VeCarbon.com. First of all, shout out to V Bullish for saying this. VeCarbon.com registered 2 months ago via Alibaba Cloud Computing, and here's all the information here. Now, somebody could say, okay, that could just be anything. Somebody could have made that, but Sonny Liu, the CEO of VeChain, said it himself. I did it. So this carbon VeCarbon website is coming out. And the last thing I want to put on here, he also tweeted VeCarbon is smart carbon. We'll see what happens, but I'll keep updating you guys on what's going to happen. Any new articles or information coming out related to this VeChain Carbon China trading exchange platform, I'll let you guys know. That's all I got for you guys today. Leave a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, tell me what you like, didn't like. I will leave all relevant tweets, articles in the description below. We'll see you next time.